I know a lot of people are super excited over the ability to upgrade set items. For me, the reality is I have to stop and ask myself which ones would be worth the cost to upgrade, as opposed to which ones I would just think are a neat idea, but not really do enough for the cost. So today we're going to look at probably my top 5 set items that I would spend the resources to upgrade. Now before that, let's just restate what the cost of upgrading is for set items. Normal to exceptional weapons are fairly cheap at Ral, Soul, and a Perfect Emerald, while exceptional to elite weapons might make you think for a minute with Lum, Pull, and a Perfect Emerald again. In terms of armor, you have Tal, Shale, and a Perfect Diamond for normal to exceptional armor, and Ko, Lem, and a Perfect Diamond to go from exceptional to elite armor. These are not terribly expensive in either case, but whenever it comes to the exceptional to elite options, there's definitely rune words I would prefer making with these runes before spending them to upgrade the set item, but it can be of some value nonetheless. This is not to say that the other sets do not have value for upgrading, since if you're doing solo self-found, this list can be expanded a great deal. It's just these are the ones I could see myself using. Starting with the normal sets, Death's Guard Sash is the first that comes to mind, and with this one I would only upgrade it to exceptional but not elite. This is because it's a good source of cannot be frozen, and when paired with the gloves can also get you 15% resist all, along with the gloves giving you their 30% increased attack speed for 2 items. And while you could upgrade the gloves, it would mostly be a waste, since it's not going to give you a significant defense upgrade. After that, we have Saigon Set. While I wouldn't bother upgrading most of it, one part that does stand out for a budget option on a kickstand in progress, at least through the normal difficulties and Nightmare, is that Saigon's boots can be upgraded. And while you can upgrade the other parts for their defense boosts and stuff, just be wary of the strength requirements. Ideally, I'd find better rares to upgrade into Hell difficulty, but Saigon's Greaves can be used in exceptional and elite levels to keep your kick damage up to at least a semi-reasonable level, and the set as a whole does give decent mods. Probably the one I was most looking forward to was the potential to upgrade Alder's set, in particular the weapon. Sadly, still not my favorite set for a druid. It makes the mediocre weapon at least semi-competent, at least as far as options go, until you're able to get something like a Grief or an endgame weapon, especially if you get a 3-socket version to use to your advantage, since with 3 sockets you can do everything from reaching higher attack speed breakpoints to reducing enemy defense significantly with Eth runes, or even just going leech or more elemental damage with some of the fairly common runes. And while it does not seem like a ton, that little bit of a boost to base damage can be magnified quite a bit with the right setup. One sleeper that people might not realize is that upgrading actually impacts the viability of Natalia's set as well, since it opens it up for kickers by allowing you to upgrade the boots to elite. While not Myrmidon Grieve potency, the upgrade to Boneweaves is not terrible damage for their strength requirement, and while you're leaving some damage on the table, you're doing it in exchange for the set bonuses provided by Nat Set, which are fairly nice as far as sets go. Last, we have Whitson's Guard, which is another interesting one for even higher base block rate. While it's not visible here due to the display limit of 75%, it's definitely a decent improvement on the back end. It's over 100% for paladins, and is something I might consider on a few transition builds. Whether it's worth a Ko and a Lem at the point where you'd be using it is questionable, but I can definitely see a few points where you might want to invest less in dexterity for the same effect, and on a lightweight shield to boot to save your stamina. So what are the set items you're most looking forward to upgrading? Do you plan to actually upgrade any, or do you find it a bit superfluous? Mention it down below, since things like Eratha's new added Pierce or Milibriga's new Cannot Be Frozen effect may have created equipment pairings that I may have overlooked.